travelers, welcome back to Den of the Wanderer. Got another witchy book review for you guys today. Today we're going to be going over The Magical Year by Danu Forest. Now this book, I just want to get this out of the way. I love this book, you guys. I really enjoyed reading this book. It took me a year to read this book, but that was more by design than any fault of the author whatsoever. I have a regular crafting channel, and for those of you who follow me on that channel, you'll know that I just recently completed a year-long series where I crafted with the Sabbats and made a special Book of Shadows for every Sabbat, and I did that as a challenge with another witchy friend of mine. And while I was doing those books, I would read a section of this book before every Sabbat to get like in the mindset and get ready for it, because this book has it's got an introduction, and then after that it just gets right into the Sabbats, and it's divided into 8 sections. I don't know if you guys can see, there's some lines there. This book has tons of wear and tear. I have taken it everywhere to read it, and I love this book. The author, Danu Forest, is a practicing druid, so a lot of the stuff in this book has a lot of heavy influence from the Celtic pantheon. For those of you who don't practice with the Celtic pantheon, I myself don't either, and I still found this book to be a font of useful knowledge and just a lot of interesting insight, especially when you consider that the 8 Sabbats that we celebrate have their roots in like traditional Gardnerian witchcraft and stuff like that, and they have their basic foundations or their ties to other Celtic holidays and stuff like that. So getting that full tie-in from a practicing druid I found to be really interesting, and her take on everything was really practical and straightforward. Like I said, it is divided, each section is divided by the Sabbats. There's some like gorgeous artwork in here, but each section has its own like title page, and then as you can see, I did a ton of highlighting in here. I got lots of useful information. There are gorgeous illustrations in the book, little tiny illustrations on every page. I mean, it is a lovely book, you guys, and I really enjoyed reading it. Every section comes with a couple of meditations to use. There are some interesting charms, there's some crafting, some recipes are in there. It's also got some history and like the origin of the holiday. It's also got a whole bit on the star lore, so the stars that are visible at the time. It's got a tie-in with that. And I mean, I just thought it was really interesting. There's some folklore, a little bit about the deities of the holiday, and like I said, it's only going to be the Celtic ones because that's where the author's background is, but I still found it all to be pretty interesting, and it gave me kind of a better understanding of a pantheon I don't typically work with, so I also found that to be pretty invaluable, because most of that's kind of a mystery to me anyways, and I found some stuff that I might actually look up and do some more research on later, so that was also fun. There's like a whole section on how to make incense. So if you're looking for like a book on Sabbats and you don't want to buy the individual Llewellyn books, which were also good, I have those. But I found this one to be a lot more useful, and it's a lot more concise, and it's something that I know that every Sabbat I'm probably going to come back to this book and just look up, you know, some interesting ideas and get some inspiration for what to do for the Sabbats. I also found that there were some things that I wanted to do, like some of the crafts for a certain Sabbat that I found were applicable to other Sabbats. So I'm going to pull out some of those and do some of those down the line, and I might do them here on this channel just to share that with you guys. But I really enjoyed this. I got this at a half-price bookstore. I still have the bookmark that they gave me when I bought it. It's, I think I only paid like $5 for it. So it was like a double steal, and I know that it's on Amazon. It's also from a publisher I've never heard of. Let me get that information for you guys. Watkins Publishing, and they have a bunch of witchy books that I've never even kind of seen. So for those of you who might feel like your book market is being drowned out by some of the bigger houses, such as Llewellyn, maybe look in Watkins Publishing. They have some interesting stuff that I might actually pull to read later on. I have a couple things saved for my wish list in the future. But, yeah, this is, I would give this a 5 out of 5, you guys. I really enjoyed this book. I found it really rewarding, and it added to my practice, and just had lots of tons of, like, really interesting things that I never, like, knew or considered, and, I think that's all I can say. I love this book, you guys. Definitely check it out if you can. Do you have any books on the Sabbats? I really enjoy celebrating the Sabbats, and reading this book kind of reinforced that for me, because I kind of used to, like, let them go by the wayside and not really pay attention to them and just be like, oh, it happens to be Lunasa today. Like, oh, well, not doing anything. Happy Lunasa, guys. But doing that challenge to the past year and getting to, like, actually focus my energy and intention on the Sabbats and what they're about kind of gave me a better connection and a better understanding of them, and made me more inclined to want to celebrate them. And I just, I really found that invaluable. So, yeah. If you guys have any books or recommendations on celebrating the Sabbats, or books that you would like me to read, definitely let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are reading. I'm definitely interested, and I'm always on the hunt for new books to read. So, if you find anything interesting that you think I might like, let me know. If you don't think I might like it, but you're still reading it, like, pop it down there. I want to know. And that's going to be all for me today, you guys. Have a great one. We'll see you next time when you come visit the Den of the Wanderer. Bye!